Every once in a while a game comes out of nowhere to reach unbelievable heights, and usually streamers are the reason for that popularity. In the past few years we've had games like Among Us and Fall Guys become massive hits. You could also relate this phenomena to the success of some gaming genres in general, for example Battle Royales. PUBG was a random DayZ mod, but when streamers started to play it, it started an avalanche for the genre, and now Fortnite is one of the biggest games ever. But all of those sort of make sense as they are competitive multiplayer games, so larger communities are more easily attached to them. 2023 has been an interesting year as two of the biggest games affected by this phenomena are not multiplayer games, but very random single player games. The frustrating 3D platformer Only Up and the weird fruit Tetris Suika Game. Making things even more interesting, the reason for their massive popularity, especially in the West, can be tracked down to a same person, a popular YouTuber, Ludwig.
Boys, today the plan is simple.
Only Up was released on Steam on May 24th by a solo South Korean developer, SCKR. The gameplay of the game is really simple. You run, jump and climb across different obstacles trying to reach higher and higher. The game's design is quite similar to the difficult 2D platformer cult hits like Jump King, Pogo Stuck and Getting Over It, but just in 3D. The game first gained attention in China and France, but did not blow up until Ludwig learned about it and streamed the game on June 7th and brought it to a new audience. It was a good fit as Ludwig is used to playing those previously mentioned games and has even created a speedrunning category of beating them back to back to back.
Fuck me! Come on!
Ludwig of course has a large audience himself, but more importantly he is very connected to the many corners of Twitch and YouTube, so when other streamers see him play the game, they try it out themselves to their audience, and that gets the snowball rolling. In just few days the game reached its peak viewership on June 19th with almost 3,000 viewers on Twitch alone. The game also reached quite high on the Steam's top sellers list. All this attention wasn't positive as people started to notice that the dev had used stolen assets for the game and the game was also promoting NFTs. All this negative attention caused the developer to pull the game from Steam on June 30th, only few weeks after its launch. Some copycats started to quickly pop up, but none of them ever reached the heights of the original. The story really reminds me of Flappy Bird in 2014 when it reached unbelievable success, but the negativity around it caused the developer to pull it even though he was probably making $50,000 a day. The other success story is more recent with the Suika Game, or the Watermelon Game as it is known in the West. The game was originally released in 2021 as an included app for projectors in Japan. You heard that right. The developer of the game, Aladdin X, is not even a game developer but a projector manufacturer. They did end up releasing the game on Nintendo Switch in Japan as well. The game is simple. Combining smaller fruits creates bigger fruit, and your goal is to get a watermelon or 3,000 points while making sure no fruit leaves the container. The game first started to gain real attention in 2023 when some Japanese streamers and especially VTubers started to play it. With his finger on the pulse of the streaming communities, Ludwig found about it and streamed the game on October 2nd, and its popularity started to climb after that.
Watermelon! Watermelon! Yeah, man! Yeah!
Important to point out, at this point the game was still exclusive to the Japanese eShop, only getting a Western release on October 20th, a few days after its peak popularity on Twitch. The developers have gotten a bit of heat as well, as the game is blamed of being a copycat of a popular Chinese browser game, Synthetic Big Watermelon. Suika Game's popularity seems to be already declining, and that is a big thing with these single player streamer games. Unlike with multiplayer games where the content creators provide the initial boost of popularity, but the larger communities keep the games alive and popular for months and years to come. Single player games are usually just the flavor of the month, and when the streamers are done with the game, so is the larger audience with it, and we move on to the next thing. But there is still one question to be answered about these games. What makes games like Only Up and Suika Game such perfect streaming games? I think the answer is threefold. First thing is that the games can be really frustrating and audiences love watching their favorite streamers struggle. With Only Up, it is the jankiness of the controls and how one slight mistake can cost you an hour of progress.
Did the entire thing, I can't move!
For Suika Game, the frustration comes from the randomness and wonky physics. The order you get your fruits are random, and great runs can be totally devastated by bad luck or by the physics totally screwing you over and launching a fruit out of the container. It just wouldn't be good content if somebody can easily complete the game without any struggles.
Scrape! Touch! What is this, man?
The other thing is the apparent simplicity of the games. Both of these games can look deceptively easy, so the viewer who has not played the game can quickly go, I could do that better, creating additional engagement with the stream, and the viewer might end up buying the game. And lastly, the games leave enough room for streamers to chat and tell stories, so the content becomes more than just the game, and that is what best streams are built on.
Love
Yep.
you, senpai.
Don't call me senpai. Notice me, senpai. Alright. I love baby sensory strategy games so much. Yes.
Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what has been your favorite game that you discovered by watching streamers. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more. I mostly post game reviews, but I definitely want to make more videos like this whenever there is a subject that captures my interest. Thank you, and have a great day.